in the module of Laplace transform. We are in the Mathematics 2 paper, M201 paper code, and in this particular module we have already completed the basic definitions and its applications of Laplace transform, as well as the Laplace transform of some elementary functions and the properties: first shifting property, second shifting property, change of scale, differentiated functions Laplace transform, integrated functions Laplace transform, and etc. Now we are going to start the second segment of this particular module, where we are going to see the inverse Laplace transform. So initially in this particular class we are going to check the definition of inverse Laplace transform and its properties, and maybe with some small illustrations. After that, in the coming lectures we are going to see the combination of Laplace transform and inverse Laplace transform, together with how helps us in various application fields of engineering mathematics. So let us start this particular lecture now. If we denote Laplace transform of ft is equal to f bar s, then ft is called the inverse Laplace transform of actually, when we are discussing about the inverse Laplace transform, we have taken the Laplace transform of ft. So inverse Laplace transform will be of the function f bar s, and it is written as or denoted by ft is equal to Laplace inverse transform of f bar s. So what we get, if we get a function ft, after applying Laplace transform on ft, we are getting a function in terms of s, it is f bar s, and we can get back this ft, that the mother function, from fs by a transform that is nothing but Laplace inverse transform. So if we take the very basic example, like we know Laplace transform of 1 is equal to 1 by s. So it will indicate Laplace inverse of 1 by s is equal to 1, because here ft is 1 and f bar s is equal to 1 by s. So Laplace transform of ft is f bar s. So Laplace inversion of f bar s will be ft. That is why we can denote Laplace inverse of 1 by s is equal to 1. In this similar manner, recalling the properties and the basic and the Laplace transform of some basic functions, we can conclude the following results. We know that Laplace transform of e to the power at is equal to 1 by s minus a. So which indicates Laplace inverse of 1 by s minus a will be e to the power at. along with the condition that S is greater than A. Next, Laplace transform of t to the power n, we know that it is nothing but gamma n plus 1 by s to the power n plus 1. So it indicates Laplace inverse of 1 by s to the power n plus 1 will be t to the power n by gamma n plus 1, where n is greater than minus 1. And using the property of gamma n plus 1, we can write it as t to the power n by n factorial if n is a positive integer. Likewise, we know Laplace transform of sin at is a by a square plus a square. It also indicates, from this actually we can write that Laplace inversion of a by a square plus a square will be sin at. So immediately from this we can conclude that Laplace inversion of 1 by a square plus a square will be 1 by a sin at. Similarly, Laplace transform of cos at, we know that it is s by s square plus s square. So it gives us the result of Laplace inversion table as Laplace inversion of s by s square plus s square is equal to cos at. Next, we are going for two more results. Laplace transform of sine hyperbolic at is a by s square minus s square, which indicates Laplace inversion of 1 by s square minus s square is equal to 1 by a sine hyperbolic at with the condition s is greater than mod a. And finally, from the list of fundamental struct formulas, Laplace transform of cos hyperbolic at is equal to s by s square minus s square, and from which we can get that Laplace inversion of s by s square minus s square is equal to cos hyperbolic at with s greater than mod of a. Now the list of these fundamental structures are done. Now we are going for the very initial property of Laplace transform and Laplace inverse transform, that is linearity property of inverse Laplace transform. We will see that this linearity property of inverse Laplace transform will be having a huge application. So we can now state it as if Laplace transform of f1t is f bar s and Laplace transform of f2t is f2 bar s, then Laplace inverse of c1 f1 bar s plus c2 f2 bar s is equal to c1 Laplace inverse of f bar s, f1 bar s plus c2 Laplace inverse of f2 bar s, where c1 and c2 are any two constants. So the linearity property of inverse Laplace transform tells us that if we take two functions and if we have their Laplace transforms known to us, then the linear combination of their Laplace transforms will be taken, and if we do the Laplace inverse transform of that, we will get them separated, multiplied by these two constants c1 and c2. So now if we go for some illustration, very basic illustrations based on Laplace transform and Laplace inverse transform. So let us check that one. Suppose we have to find out Laplace inverse of 4 by 2s minus 3 minus 3 plus 4s by 9s square minus 16 plus 8 minus 6s by 16s square plus 9, second bracket closed. So first of all, our observation is that we are going to use linearity property here to break this whole thing into three parts. Then we can write it as 2 into Laplace inverse of 1 by s minus 3 by 2. So everyone may have a question in our mind that why this adjustment is done. So if we can recall that we have the standard formula for Laplace inverse as 1 by s minus a structure, and it is 2s minus 3, so I have to make it 1 by s minus a structure. So if I divide the numerator and the denominator by 4, then it will be 1 by 2s minus 3 by 4. That 2s minus 3 by 4 will become s by 2 minus 3 by 4. So from here I want to make this 2 out, so to make it s, so I get it as, after adjustment, 1 by s minus 3 by 2, because it will help us to write in the next line the result of it directly, minus 3 of 1 by 9s square minus 16. That means we are distributing this 3 plus 4s, and minus 4 of Laplace inverse of 1 by, it will be s, because 4 is taken out, s by 9 of 9s square minus 16. Okay. Similarly, plus 8 Laplace inverse of 1 by 16s square plus 9, then minus 6 Laplace inverse of s by 16s square plus 9. So first line distribution and using the linearity property, we have done this one. Now I can write it, the first line, as 2 into e to the power 3t by 2, because it is s minus a, so it will be to the power at, so to the power 3 by 2 into t. then minus, I can write the next part as 1 by 3 because I am taking this 9 out because formula is there in our hand with s square, no coefficient with s, so 9 is taken outside, so 3 by 9 is 1 by 3, then Laplace inverse of 1 by s square minus 16 by 9, that is 4 by 3 whole square. In the similar manner, we can write the next line also 4 by 9 Laplace inverse of s by s square minus 4 by 3 whole square plus the adjustment with 8 plus the adjustment with 6 in the similar manner, just instead of minus in the last two things we are going to get plus signs. So proceeding further, we are going to get the result as 2 into e to the power 3t by 2 minus 1 by 3 into 3 by 4 into sine hyperbolic, because it is a by s square minus s square. So if I have adjusted 4 by 3 in the numerator, 3 by 4 will be adjusted in the outside as the coefficient. So sine hyperbolic 4t by 3, and exactly as similar structure 4 by 9 cos hyperbolic 4t by 3 plus, for the next two terms it will be half into 4 by 3 sine of 3t by 4 and last term will be converted as minus 3 by 8 cos of 3t by 4. So finally we can write down the answer as 2 into e to the power 3t by 2 minus 1 by 4 sine hyperbolic 4t by 3 minus 4 by 9 cos hyperbolic 4t by 3 plus 2 by 3 sine of 3t by 4 minus 3 by 8 cos of 3t by 4. So this is the answer of the inverse Laplace transform of the given expression. I think we have made it clear that how the adjustments are to be made and why they are adjusted, because we have to first convert it into the standard form and then we will make the result. So I am not extending this class because this is the initial part of the inverse Laplace transform. We will use the same references because in these references we will get more elaboration on this particular discussions. And also please find out the results of these problems given in the assignment. And finally, I want to thank you all. Happy listening, happy learning.